The large meeting room of the Galactic Council was cold, not just in temperature, but in the way the alien representatives looked at Ambassador Do Hyun. He sat straight in his chair, keeping his face calm. 20 years of being Earth's ambassador had taught him how to hide his true feelings. "The human request for expansion into the Orion sector is denied," said the tall, blue-skinned council leader. His long neck moved like a snake as he spoke. "We cannot risk more human colonies near peaceful species." Do Hyun watched as his aide, Jae-yun, typed notes on her tablet. She was young but smart, and he could see her hand shake slightly with anger. He understood her feelings. This was the 10th time the Council had denied human expansion requests this year. "May I ask why?" Do Hyun's voice remained steady. "Humans have followed every rule. We have traded fairly. We have not started any fights. We have been model citizens of the galaxy for 50 years. A laugh came from the right side of the room. It was the representative from the Mindari, a species that looked like tall, thin deer. "Model citizens, your people are from a death world. You eat meat. You enjoy fighting for fun. Your entertainment shows are full of violence." Do Hyun took a slow breath. He had heard these words many times before. The aliens could not understand that humans had worked hard to be peaceful. They thought that because Earth had dangerous animals, strong gravity, and extreme weather, humans must be dangerous too. "We have proven ourselves," Do Hyun said. "Human colonies have helped many worlds with their strong workers and creative minds." Jae-yun handed him a datapad. New information from Earth showed that their colonies were running out of space. They needed to expand. Millions of human lives depended on this meeting. The council leader waved his hand. "The vote has been made. Humans will stay in their current space. This is final." Do Hyun stood up slowly. He was a tall man, and he noticed how several alien representatives moved back slightly. Even after all these years, they were still afraid of how strong humans looked. If they only knew how much stronger humans really were. "We accept the Council's decision," he said. The words tasted bitter in his mouth. "But I must warn you, humans cannot be contained forever. We are not asking for expansion because we want it. We are asking because we need it." As Do Hyun and Jae-yun walked out of the meeting room, he could hear the aliens talking about how humans were too aggressive, too dangerous. They did not understand that humans had been holding back, playing nice, trying to fit in with the galactic community. In the elevator down to their office, Jae-yun finally spoke. "Sir, Earth Command won't like this. The colonies are already overcrowded." "I know." Do Hyun looked at his reflection in the elevator's shiny wall. He saw a tired man in a perfect black suit, trying to be diplomatic while his people suffered. "They think they're keeping the galaxy safe by containing us. They don't realize they're only making things worse." The elevator stopped at their floor. Before stepping out, Do Hyun straightened his tie. "Send a message to Earth Command. Tell them the Council's decision. And Jae-yun," he paused, "tell them to prepare Plan Delta. Just in case." Jae-yun's eyes widened. Plan Delta was the emergency plan if diplomacy failed completely. "Do you think it will come to that, sir?" Do Hyun walked to his office window. He looked out at the alien city with its tall, delicate towers that would crumble under Earth's gravity. "I hope not. But these aliens don't understand humans. They think we act civilized because we have to. They don't realize we act civilized because we choose to. And choices can change." The sun was setting on the alien world, casting purple shadows across the city. Do Hyun knew that somewhere out there, human colonies were struggling for space, while empty worlds sat unused because aliens were afraid of the creatures from Earth. Something would have to change. Colonel Ta-1 stood on the bridge of his ship, the Earth defense vessel Thunder, watching the space around New Korea colony. Something felt wrong today. The stars looked the same as always, but his instincts told him danger was coming. 20 years in space had taught him to trust these feelings. "Sir, strange energy readings at the edge of our sensor range. reported his sensor officer. Multiple ships dropping out of faster-than-light travel. Taiwan straightened his back. Show me. The main screen lit up with dots of light. Each dot was a ship, and there were hundreds of them. They were not Earth ships. They were not trading ships. These were warships from many alien species. Send alert to all colonies, Taiwan ordered. Battle stations. Wake up all crew. Power up weapons, but do not target anything yet. His orders went out quickly. The crew moved fast, but stayed calm. They had trained for this many times. Inside, though, Taiwan felt angry. The aliens had planned this attack carefully, choosing a time when many defense ships were away. "Sir, message from the alien fleet," said his communications officer. They say we must surrender all colonies in this sector. They claim this is for the safety of the galaxy." Taiwan's hands tightened into fists. "Put me through to Earth Command." The screen changed to show Admiral Sang-hoon's face. The Admiral looked tired but alert. "Colonel, we see them. Hold your position. Do not fire first. Those are direct orders." "Sir, they're threatening our colonies," Taiwan said. "We have families down there." "I know." The Admiral's voice was hard. "But we must show the galaxy that humans did not start this fight. Hold position. Protect the colonies if they attack, but do not fire first." The alien ships moved closer. Taiwan could see their weapons were ready to fire. His own ships had better weapons, stronger shields, but they were fewer in number. The aliens thought they knew everything about human technology. They were wrong. Suddenly, bright flashes came from the alien fleet. They were firing at the colony's shield generators. "Multiple impacts on Colony Shield Station 4, shouted his damage control officer. "Station is damaged. Civilian areas are exposed." Taiwan's order was quick and clear. "All ships, defensive positions. Protect those civilians. Return fire only on ships that attack us directly." The space around New Korea turned bright with weapon fire. The alien ships had good weapons, but they did not expect human shields to be so strong. They also did not expect human ships to move so fast in combat. "Sir, message from the colony," his communications officer called out. There are civilian casualties. A transport ship of children was trying to reach the emergency bunkers. It was hit. The bridge went quiet. Taiwan stood very still. In all his years of service, he had followed orders perfectly. But now, watching alien ships attack innocent children, something changed inside him. He opened a channel to all human ships in the sector. "This is Colonel Taiwan. The enemy has attacked our children. They think we have been showing them our full strength all these years. They are wrong. Remove all restrictions on weapons and speed. Show them why Earth is called a death world." As his ships began to move at their true speed, using their real weapons, Taiwan sent one last message to Earth Command. "Admiral, with respect, we cannot pretend anymore. They need to learn what happens when you attack human children." The alien ships were about to learn that humans had been fighting with one hand tied behind their backs for 50 years. Now, both hands were free. Director Hai-Jin sat in her underground office at Earth Defense Command, surrounded by screens showing reports from across human space. Her eyes were tired after reading for 10 hours straight, but she couldn't stop. Not now. Not when she had finally found the truth. "Display the communication patterns again," she ordered her computer. The main screen lit up with lines connecting different alien worlds. 6 months of secret messages between species that normally hated each other, all leading up to today's attack. Her office door opened. Admiral Sang-hoon walked in, his uniform showing signs of a long day. "Tell me you found something, Director." Hai-Jin nodded and pointed to her screens. "They planned this for months, Admiral. The trade restrictions, the denied expansion requests, the diplomatic delays. It was all to keep us busy while they built their attack fleet." She pressed a button, showing more data. "Look at these shipping records. The Mindari, the Blue Alliance, even the peaceful Flotarians. They've all been moving weapons through hidden routes. They built secret bases behind the dark nebula where they thought we couldn't see. The Admiral's face grew hard. How did we miss this? We didn't entirely miss it, Hai-Jin said. Our deep space sensors picked up strange movements, but they were clever. They used civilian ships, broke up their movements into small groups. They thought they were being smart. She smiled, but there was no happiness in it. They didn't know about our quantum tracking systems. A red light flashed on her desk. New casualty reports from the colonies. More civilian deaths. Hai-Jin felt her hands shake as she read the numbers. 2,000 dead on New Korea colony alone, she said quietly. 300 of them children. Admiral Sang-hoon looked at the numbers for a long moment. Then he pressed a button on his uniform. This is Admiral Sang-hoon. Implementation of Protocol Omega. Authorization code. Earth 7 Delta 9. Hai-Jin's eyes widened. Protocol Omega meant revealing all of Earth's hidden military power. The ships that were faster than any alien vessel. The weapons that could cut through any known shield. The soldiers who had trained in gravity 3 times stronger than standard. Are you sure, Admiral? She asked. Once we show them everything. They killed our children, he said simply. Show me the strategic analysis. Where are they weakest? Hai-Jin quickly brought up new maps. Their supply lines are stretched thin here, here, and here. She pointed to different spots. They thought they were hiding their movements well, but our quantum sensors mapped everything. Their main fleet has no idea we can attack from these directions. The Admiral studied the map. How long until our hidden fleets can strike? The stealth ships under Commander Kyung-ho can hit their supply lines in 2 hours. The main battle fleet can emerge from the dark matter cloud in 4 hours. They'll never see us coming. Our new drive systems don't make the usual energy waves. More reports flowed across her screens. The alien fleet was pushing deeper into human space, thinking they had the advantage. They still believe humans only had the ships and weapons they had shown the galaxy. Send everything to Fleet Command, the Admiral ordered. All the data about their movements, their weak points, their real numbers. It's time to show them what humanity can really do. Hai-Jin began transmitting the data. As she worked, she thought about all the years humans had held back, showing only a fraction of their true strength. The aliens thought they were containing a dangerous species. Instead, they had just awakened one. One more thing, she said to the Admiral. We found proof they were planning to take our colonies and resettle them with their own people. They really thought they could just take our homes. The Admiral looked at the proof on her screen. Send that to Ambassador Do-hyun at the Galactic Council. It's time for some diplomatic truth-telling as well. Across human space, hidden ships were powering up. Secret weapons were being prepared. And humanity was getting ready to show the galaxy why Earth was classified as the most dangerous death world of them all. Captain Myray stood in the drop pod with her Special Forces team. They wore their real combat suits now, not the weaker ones they had shown to the galaxy. These suits could resist heavy weapons and let them move faster than any alien soldier could follow. Remember your training, she told her team. No more pretending to be slow. No more hiding our strength. Show them what humans can really do. Their target was the alien fleet's main supply base, hidden in an asteroid field. The aliens thought no one could move through such a dangerous place at high speed. They were wrong. Drop in 30 seconds, the ship's computer announced. Myray checked her weapon one last time. It wasn't the simple plasma rifle that aliens thought humans used. This was Earth's best technology, designed to work in any gravity and cut through any armor. Drop pods ready, she said. Team Lightning, prepare for combat speed. The pods launched. They fell through space like shooting stars, moving between asteroids at speeds the aliens had never seen before. Myray's team had trained for years in simulators set to Earth's full gravity. This asteroid field felt slow to them. They landed on the main supply station without a sound. Their suits let them walk on the metal surface in complete silence. Through her helmet, May Ray could see alien guards walking their patrol routes. The aliens looked relaxed, thinking they were safe. Team 1, take the control room, May Ray ordered. Team 2, with me to the weapons storage. Move at full speed. Don't let them raise the alarm. Her soldiers moved. At their real speed, they were almost too fast to see. The alien guards didn't even have time to turn around before they were knocked unconscious. May Ray's team didn't want to kill if they didn't have to. That was another thing the aliens didn't understand about humans. Inside the station, May Ray ran along the walls and ceiling, her suit's gravity controls letting her move in ways that would seem impossible to the aliens. Her team followed, flowing through the station like water. Control room secured, Team 1 reported. The aliens never even touched their alarm buttons. They didn't think anyone could move this fast. May Ray reached the weapons storage area. Inside, she found enough weapons to destroy 3 human colonies. The aliens had been preparing for a long war, but they had prepared to fight the weak humans they thought they knew, not the real ones. Plant the devices, she ordered. Her team placed small black boxes on all the weapons. These weren't bombs. They were worse. They would send all the weapons into quantum space, where no one could use them. Captain, one of her soldiers called. We found their battle plans. They were going to attack Earth itself next week. May Ray felt cold anger in her chest. Send the data to command. Let's show them why that would have been a very bad idea. They finished their work in 10 minutes. As they returned to their pods, May Ray sent the signal. All the alien weapons vanished, transported to a dead star system far away. At the same time, her team's quantum bombs activated, destroying the station's engines and weapons, but leaving the living areas safe. Mission complete, she reported to command. The aliens' biggest supply base is now useless. No casualties on either side. As her team flew away, alerts finally started flashing on the station. The aliens were just realizing what had happened. Their sensors would tell them that humans had done something they thought was impossible. This is just the beginning, May Ray told her team. Now they learn what it really means to fight humans who aren't holding back anymore. In the distance, she could see more human ships appearing, moving at their true speeds. The real war was starting, and the aliens were about to learn that they had made a terrible mistake. Commander Kyung-ho watched the alien fleet through his ship's special sensors. His stealth fleet had been hiding in plain sight for 3 days, using technology that no other species knew existed. The aliens flew past his ships without seeing them, like fish swimming past a hidden shark. Status report, he said quietly, though the aliens couldn't have heard him even if he shouted. Their fleet is splitting up exactly as predicted, his second officer reported. They think they're chasing our supply ships. They don't realize those ships are empty, running on computer control. Kyung-ho nodded. The plan was working perfectly. Earth's leaders had released their old, slow ships as bait, making them look like they were running away in fear. The alien fleet had taken the bait, spreading out their ships to chase what they thought were easy targets. Show me their formation, he ordered. The main screen displayed the enemy fleet. They had divided into 5 groups, each chasing what they thought was a helpless human convoy. Instead, they were moving right into position for Kyung-ho's trap. All ships, prepare to attack, he said into the fleet communication system. Remember, disable their engines first. We want to capture their ships, not destroy them. Earth Command wants to study their technology. His fleet of 50 ships moved silently through space. They had trained for years for this moment, practicing attacks that would seem impossible to other species. Humans were used to thinking in 3 dimensions because they evolved on a planet with birds and fish. The aliens still fought mostly in 2 dimensions, like beings who had evolved on flat ground. First target group in position, reported his tactical officer. They're completely focused on chasing our decoy ships. Kyung-ho gave the order. Attack pattern Delta. Show them what real space warfare looks like. His ships appeared suddenly around the alien vessels, seeming to come from nowhere. The aliens didn't even have time to raise their shields before the human ships fired their special weapons. These weren't the simple energy beams the aliens knew about. These were gravity weapons, designed to work like the crushing weight of Earth itself. The alien ships stopped dead in space, caught in artificial gravity fields too strong for their engines to fight. Kyung-ho watched as his crews began capturing the enemy vessels. The alien crews surrendered quickly, shocked by how easily they had been defeated. Second target group spotted us, his sensor officer called out. They're trying to run away. Kyung-ho almost smiled. Let them try. Activate the quantum net. A web of energy appeared in space, created by hidden devices his ships had planted days ago. The running alien ships hit the web and stopped, their engines powerless against human technology. Sir, we're getting messages from other alien fleets, his communication officer reported. They're asking to surrender. They say they didn't know we could fight like this. Tell them we accept their surrender, Kyung-ho said. Inform them that any ship that powers down its weapons can leave human space safely. Any ship that keeps fighting will learn more about how humans wage war. As he watched more alien ships power down their weapons, Kyung-ho thought about how long humans had hidden their true strength. They had played weak, played nice, tried to make the other species comfortable. Now the aliens were learning that humans hadn't been fighting with their full strength all these years. They had been playing a very patient game, waiting to see if the aliens would accept them as equals. They hadn't, and now they were learning why Earth was called the most dangerous planet in known space. Ambassador Do-hyun walked into the Galactic Council chamber. This time, something was different. The alien representatives moved away as he passed, their eyes showing fear instead of contempt. His aide Jae-yun followed behind him, carrying data files that would change everything. The council leader spoke first, his voice less confident than before. Ambassador, we have called this emergency meeting to discuss the recent events in human space. Do-hyun stood at the speaking platform. The room was fuller than usual. Every species had sent their highest-ranking representatives. They all wanted to know what humans would do next. Events. Do-hyun's voice was calm but firm. You mean the unprovoked attack on our colonies, the deaths of our children, or perhaps you mean how quickly your mighty fleet surrendered when we stopped pretending to be weak. Jae-yun activated the room's display system. Images appeared in the air, showing the alien fleet's secret battle plans. More images showed their hidden weapon stations and supply bases. Then came the proof that they had planned to take human colonies for themselves. We found everything, Do-hyun said. Your secret meetings, your hidden weapons, your plans to attack Earth itself. Did you really think we didn't know? We knew from the start. We were just waiting to see if you would choose peace or war. The council leader's blue skin turned pale. You cannot prove. We can prove everything, Do-hyun interrupted. He nodded to Jae-yun, who showed more files. Our quantum sensors recorded it all. We saw every ship you hid, every weapon you built, every message you sent in secret. The room grew very quiet. Do-hyun looked at each alien representative in turn. For 50 years, we tried to be your friends. We held back our strength. We lived by your rules. We even made our ships slower and our weapons weaker so you wouldn't be afraid of us. He paused, letting his words sink in. And how did you repay our friendship? With fear, with hatred, with attacks on innocent people. One of the Mindari representatives stood up. But you are from a death world. Your very nature makes you dangerous. Yes, we are from a death world. Do-hyun agreed. We evolved on a planet that tried to kill us every day. We survived predators that would terrify your people. We learned to be strong because we had to be. But we also learned to be kind, to work together, to build civilization. He pressed a button, showing new images. Human ships helping evacuate alien civilians from the battle zones. Human medical teams treating wounded alien soldiers. Human forces accepting surrenders without taking revenge. We could have destroyed your fleets completely. We could have taken your worlds. But we didn't, because being strong doesn't mean we have to be cruel. Being dangerous doesn't mean we have to be destructive. Do-hyun placed a data pad on the council leader's desk. These are our terms for peace. They are fair. They allow all species to keep their independence. But understand this, we will no longer pretend to be less than we are. We will no longer ask permission to expand into empty space. We will no longer hide our strength to make you comfortable. The council chamber remained silent as the aliens read the peace terms. They were learning an important lesson. Humans hadn't become civilized because they were weak. They had chosen to be civilized despite being strong. Admiral Sang-hoon stood at the window of Earth Defense Command's new headquarters on Luna Base. The Earth hung in the black sky like a blue jewel. Behind him, Director Hai-jin was setting up the displays for their meeting with the Defense Council. The new defense grid is active, Hai-jin reported. We no longer need to hide our real sensor networks. The quantum detection system now covers all of human space openly. The Admiral nodded. Show me the latest colony reports. The main screen lit up with maps of human space. Green dots showed their colonies, now protected by visible defense stations. The aliens could see these defenses clearly. That was the point. All former alien military bases in our space have been converted to trading posts. Hai-jin continued. Captain Maire's teams have cleared them of weapons. Commander Kyung-ho's stealth ships patrol them regularly. More officials entered the room. They were the leaders of Earth's space forces, no longer pretending to be weaker than they were. Their uniforms now showed their real ranks and capabilities. The aliens have accepted our new security rules, Hai-jin said to the group. All ships entering human space must now use our approved travel routes. No more hidden movements. No more secret weapon shipments. Admiral Sang-hoon turned from the window. And how are they handling our expansion? They don't like it, but they can't stop it, Hai-jin answered. We've already started building new colonies in the Orient sector. The aliens finally understand that we weren't asking for permission. We were just being polite. The Admiral sat at the head of the table. On his screen, reports showed human ships helping build new trade stations. Other ships carried settlers to new worlds. This was what humans had wanted all along, not war, but the freedom to grow. The Alien Council asks how long we will keep our advanced weapons active, one official reported. Tell them the truth, Sang-hoon said. Our weapons were always active. We just didn't show them. Now, we don't hide anymore. But we also don't threaten. Hai-jin brought up new data. Some alien species want to learn from us now. They've seen how we fight, but they've also seen how we help rebuild. 3 species have asked for training in emergency response and colony defense. Accept their requests, the Admiral ordered. Show them that humans can be both strong and kind. Maybe they'll finally understand that being powerful doesn't mean being evil. Through the window, they could see ships taking off from Luna Base. These were colony ships, carrying families to new homes. They flew under the protection of Earth's real defense fleet, no longer hiding their true speed or strength. One more thing, Hai-jin said. The Alien Council wants to know why we didn't conquer their worlds when we had the chance. They still don't understand us. Admiral Sang-hoon looked at Earth hanging in space. Tell them the truth. We didn't conquer them because we don't want to rule others. We just want to live in peace, raise our families, and explore space. But if they attack us again, he paused. Well, now they know what happens when humans stop being nice. The meeting continued as Earth's leaders planned for a future where humans no longer had to pretend. They had shown the galaxy their strength. Now they would show it their wisdom. Colonel Ta-won stood in the new memorial garden on New Korea Colony. The garden was beautiful, full of earth plants that were now growing strong under the alien sun. In the center stood a simple stone monument with the names of those lost in the attack 6 months ago. He opened his personal log device and began recording. Final report on the changes in human space. It has been half a year since we stopped pretending to be less than we are. The galaxy has changed, and so have we. Walking through the garden, he watched children playing near the monument. They were not afraid anymore. Above them, human ships flew openly at their true speeds, protecting the colony with their real weapons visible for all to see. The aliens finally understand us better now, he continued his log. They see that being strong doesn't mean being evil. Being dangerous doesn't mean being destructive. We had the power to conquer them, but we chose not to. That choice taught them more about humanity than 50 years of pretending to be weak. Captain Myre's Special Forces team was training new colony defenders nearby. Some of the students were aliens who had asked to learn from humans. They wanted to understand how Earth's children became such skilled warriors while staying kind. Today we are starting the human defense ceremony. Ta 1 recorded. It's not a show of force. It's a reminder of a choice. Every year, we will gather here to remember those we lost, and to remind ourselves why we choose to be civilized. He watched as ships from Earth arrived for the ceremony. They carried leaders from every human colony and representatives from alien worlds. The ships no longer hid their true technology. They moved through space like the powerful machines they were, proud and strong. The aliens asked me yesterday why we held back our strength for so long. He spoke into his log. I told them the truth. We wanted to be accepted as friends, not feared as monsters. We wanted to show that humans could be trusted. We learned to be civilized, not because we had to, but because we chose to. The ceremony was about to begin. Ambassador Du Hyun was there, standing with alien representatives who now showed respect instead of fear. Director Hai Jin and Admiral Sang-hoon had come from Earth. Even Commander Kyun-ho's stealth fleet was visible today, their ships gleaming in the sunlight. Looking back, Ta 1 continued, maybe we needed this to happen. The aliens needed to see our true strength before they could understand our true wisdom. They needed to learn that civilization isn't about being weak. It's about being strong enough to be gentle. He closed his log and walked to join the ceremony. Above the garden, Earth's most powerful ships formed an honor guard in the sky. They were not hiding anymore. They were not pretending anymore. They were simply being what they had always been, humans from Earth, the most dangerous and most civilized species in known space. The ceremony began as the sun set, casting long shadows across the memorial garden. It was a new beginning for humanity and the galaxy. They had learned the hardest lesson of all, that true civilization comes not from hiding your strength, but from choosing how to use it wisely.